Hi, I'm Gary White with Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Juanita Herron at the Marion County Extension Office.
Good morning.
Good morning. And today we are going to make whole grain strawberry pancakes.
Exactly, Gary. You ever had those?
I have not.
Okay.
I've had pancakes. I've had chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh, chocolate chip.
I've had pancakes with strawberries on them, but not in it. So.
Well, this is the new one. This is in our core curriculum recipes. You know, with our teaching that we have several different recipes that goes with each lesson, you know.
Right.
And we do know that this is February. It's Heart Month, you know. And I just want to throw that little bit in there about Heart Month. We should be eating a lot of green leafy vegetables, you know. Some of those try to do without red meat. But, you know, with our five food groups, it's talking about we need a total of 6 ounces. But of that 6 ounces, 3 of them need to be a whole grain. And so we're using a whole grain all-purpose flour this morning. And I know that the ladies and gentlemen out there can see it's a different color, right? It's a little different. It's a whole grain.
More brown.
So, yeah, it is. It's more brown. Tan. Yeah, it's been in the sun, right?
That's right.
But we're going to use 1.5 cups of our wheat flour. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of just regular sugar. We're going to use a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to use 6 ounces of low-fat vanilla yogurt. We're going to use 3 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of canola oil. And we're going to use 1 3/4 cups of diced strawberries, and we're going to use 1 6-ounce container of strawberry low-fat yogurt. And you know what I thought was amazing? We're using yogurt in this, and we're not putting milk in here. Did you notice? No milk, you know. So we've got our ingredients, so let's talk about how we're going to put it together. Our direction says to heat a griddle or an electric skillet or just a skillet on top of the stove to about 375, and you're going to spray it with some kind of cooking spray before you do that. If we don't, we would have a mess, right, Gary?
That's right.
Okay, and in a large bowl, we're going to add our flour, our sugar, our baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and then we're going to set that aside. I know that everybody's out there cooking. It is very good to do all your dry ingredients together, and I always like to kindly mix them together, incorporate all of that before I start putting anything else in it. Okay. And then in a separate bowl, we're going to beat our eggs, vanilla yogurt, water, and our oil, and we're just going to whisk that up together. And then after we have beat all of those ingredients, we're going to add them to our flour mixture. Okay? So that's not hard to do, is it? And then it was kind of amazing. It says, stir just enough to moisten. So, you know, we're not going to do a lot of beating in this. We're just going to make sure that we have incorporated all of our dry and all of our egg mixture together, okay? And then all you have to do, we're just going to put that, and then we're going to put them on the griddle. And then the thing about it, the last, because we said we were using strawberries and we're using strawberry yogurt, right?
Right.
Now, Gary, you told me you had some chocolate chip pancakes before. What did you put on top of them?
Syrup.
Syrup. I knew you was going to say that. Well, Gary, guess what? I do too. But with this recipe, we're going to add strawberries and our strawberry yogurt. We're going to mix that together. And when our pancakes are finished, you're going to put that on there instead of syrup.
Oh.
So is that going to be a pretty healthy pancake diet?
It sounds like it.
It does. And they're saying the serving size is for 2 pancakes. You know, so 2 pancakes is not bad. And the calories is only 250 calories.
Right.
For 2 pancakes. Okay. Now, is that bad? That's 125 calories each.
Right, the pancakes and the topping.
Yes, everything is supposed to be 250 calories. Now, is that bad at all?
Not at all.
So, you know, if you're like me, sometimes if I like syrup on my pancakes, I may have close to half of that, you know, in my syrup, because I do like the syrup in my pancakes. You know, that's just the way it is.
How many pancakes is this recipe going to make total?
This will make 7 servings per,
Oh, so 14
per recipe,
pancakes.
so that's 14 pancakes.
Okay.
So that's not bad at all, is
That's a
it,
lot of
Gary?
pancakes, yeah.
So that's a lot of pancakes. Now, of course, they're talking about a pancake, a serving size. We're not talking
Right.
about a gigantic one, okay?
Right, yeah.
All right. So, you know, with this, it's great because it is low calorie. And we're getting some of our whole grains, even though we've got a little sugar and all of those things. But we're getting some yogurt. We're getting some of our dairy in there. So, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. Are you ready to put together?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. First of all, we're going to use our flour, which, Gary, I'm going to let you be in charge of my recipe over here.
Okay.
All right. How much flour do I need?
So we have 1.5 cups
One-
of all-purpose whole wheat flour.
Okay. We're going to do our whole wheat flour here.
Yes, 1.5 cups
1.5.
of flour.
And you notice, and Gary, I'm just putting it in there. I'm not packing it down.
Right.
You know, a
Right.
lot of time people like to pack down.
And sometimes they tell you to do that, right?
Yes, sometimes they do, but most usually the recipes are not. We just want it to be lightly. We don't want it to be packed because if we
Right.
do, it's going to be very heavy.
Right.
Okay, and I'm just going to rake that off. And you said 1.5?
A half,
Okay. So that was my 1 cup.
Okay.
And I'm going to put,
Half a cup
I'm going to put a 1/2 cup in here.
of our tan flour.
Flat tan flour. Maybe it's been to Florida or something, you reckon?
That's right.
Okay.
Spring break.
Okay, so Gary, I'm needing some dry ingredients now, right?
Yeah, yes, 3 tablespoons of sugar.
3 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. And I bought this sugar in a box. Did you know that sugar, granulated sugar, comes in a box too?
Okay.
You know, whenever you're needing just some to travel, you know, we're always traveling out instead of taking the
That
big
takes sense,
container.
that's
Yes.
right.
So it says 3 tablespoons.
Yes, 3
And I've got,
tablespoons of sugar.
okay, and you see I'm holding it over my
Right.
cup because you know what happens sometime.
You don't want to over pour.
Over pour. And again, I just want my sugar level.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
All right, we got
Okay.
3 tablespoons of sugar,
1 teaspoon of baking powder.
1 teaspoon. And you notice I'm using my little handy gadget this morning. It's
Right.
all of my measurements in there. One teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, I better get the right one.
Right, because we're doing baking soda and baking powder,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, baking soda and baking
And there
powder.
is a difference.
Now my spoon is clean, okay? So I can just take that down. And again, I want it level, right?
Right.
So there's my 1 teaspoon of my baking powder.
And then we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to the back here. You can see 1/2, Gary, and it's clean.
Now, what is the difference between baking soda and baking powder? They're just used for different things?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I use,
Okay.
you know, back in the day, probably everybody used all-purpose flour and they all used baking powder and baking soda and all that. But like you said, your baking soda, you've got so many more things you can use with it. You know, they even have that in toothpaste anymore, right? Baking soda.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, now what I need?
Okay. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, I kind of overflowed it there. But you can see.
Yep. 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Okay,
And they are the dry ingredients.
that's our dry ingredients. We're just going to
Yes.
scoot these over here. Now, I'm just going to mix these all up together.
Okay.
And you know, sometime, Gary, you know, if we don't kind of get them mixed up, seem like some of our dry ingredients doesn't get mixed thoroughly with that. So we're just going to take those around. You can see some of the white that was in there in our tanned flour, you said.
Right, we're lightening up the...
We're lightening it up, right.
Yes.
So I think that's in pretty good shape, don't you, Gary?
Looks well.
Okay, then what do I need to do, Gary?
Okay. Next we have 3 eggs.
Okay, 3 eggs.
We're going to mix our wet ingredients together now, correct? Before we
Correct.
combine the two? Okay. So 3 eggs.
3 eggs.
You're breaking them nicely so the shells don't get in there.
I know it. And you know there's some people that can take that egg and crack it. I can't do that. Can you do that, Gary? You know how...
Yeah, no.
Well, okay.
No, I can't do that.
I can't do it either. I have to do it old school, okay?
Yes.
All right, there's my 3 eggs.
3 eggs. 1 6-ounce low-fat vanilla yogurt.
Okay, vanilla yogurt. And it doesn't matter what brand it is. Now, and we've got 6 ounces. I really like these little tubs that you can get at the grocery store, and they're 6 ounces. Exactly.
Pre-measured, that's nice.
Pre-measured. There you go, pre-measured.
Yes.
So I'm going to add this in my eggs,
Right,
correct?
yes. 1 6-ounce low-fat vanilla yogurt.
Okay.
Okay.
You like yogurt?
I do like yogurt.
I do too. I like all kinds of yogurt. I like
I think
all
it's fun to
flavors.
have the yogurt on top and like the fruit at the bottom, or so you can mix it up. It changes colors for you.
It changes colors a little bit.
Something
And that's
fun to
probably what about our strawberry there too.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it may be more at the bottom. Okay, we've got our vanilla yogurt.
And then we need 3/4 cups of water.
Okay. Now I have 3/4
cup.
3/4 cup of water.
Yeah, 3/4.
And I'm going to put that in here, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. 3 tablespoons of canola oil.
Okay, so we're going to put our oil in here too. All right, canola oil. All right. You know we have canola oil, we have vegetable oil, we have olive oil.
Yes.
We have all kinds of oils. So how many tablespoons?
It is going to be 3 tablespoons of canola oil.
Okay, I'm going to bring my water measuring cup just because I might overflow it.
Right.
3, correct?
1, 2, 3.
And
Okay.
Gary, let me say this. You notice that I used a different measuring cup than I did with my flour, right?
Right.
Yeah, because this has got a spout. When you have a
Right.
spout, that is liquid,
Right.
okay?
Yes.
All right. Now, what else do I need, Gary?
The rest of it, I think, is for the
Okay, right here.
sauce, right?
All right, yes.
Because then we're going to do our diced strawberries and we're going to do our
Correct.
yogurt for the sauce. Okay. So we need to heat our griddle to 375 after we combine these.
Okay, all right, we better combine all of this.
Yeah, maybe
We
we'll
better
combine all
separate. I think it said we could use a whisk, but you know, Gary, some folks may not have a whisk out here. So you know what? You can just use a fork.
Yes, till well blended.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
wire
just
whisk
gonna-
until well blended.
Yeah, so you know,
Yeah, you can see that there.
yeah, we're
Yum,
just
yum, yum.
gonna blend that up really, really good.
Yes. Right, right, right.
And you know, you just want to make sure that we have got it all incorporated there.
And that
Our
is
eggs.
that's our eggs, vanilla yogurt, water, and oil combined.
Okay. So it looks like it's in pretty good shape, don't you think?
That's well combined.
Okay.
Then we're going to pour the egg mixture all at once into the flour mixture
Okay.
and stir
We're gonna
it just until moistened.
just to moisten. Okay.
Yes,
You said I can pour it all in there at one time.
that's right.
Okay.
Take
All
that
right.
away
Let's
for you.
just, okay. And you said we're just going to moisten it.
Just until moistened.
Okay. So that means that we need our flour and our egg mixture to be mixed thoroughly
Yes, right.
together, right?
We want to make sure they're combined.
Yes, because if we did that now, we probably wouldn't get it in there, right?
No, that wouldn't be good.
And you know,
Smells good.
It does smell good, and I'm sure there's people out there is wondering, well, why can't I just dump it all in there at one time, right? When you think you'd have people to say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of doing the dry and the
Yes.
wet, yes, separately.
But
right.
again, we talked about that. That way we're getting all of our ingredients in there together, you
Right,
know?
right.
And I'm not saying, you know, some people may say, well, I've tried it and it works. Well,
Good for you.
just, yeah. You know,
But there might be a time it doesn't work. So it's
it might
better
be a
to do it
time.
this
That's,
way.
yes. I would rather be safe than sorry,
Right.
would you?
Exactly.
Because if you see there, I don't know if the folks can see it, but there we had a little egg. I could see some egg, you know, it wasn't mixed all the way together in our flour, but I think
Yeah.
that is in pretty good shape, don't you,
Right.
Gary?
And you don't want it to be like gloppy.
No,
So this
no.
is good. This is nicely.
So, yeah, it does have a nice smell to
Yeah,
it.
it
Do
does.
you?
I'm trying to think what might be covered in
Well,
selling.
you know, I don't either. Unless it's our yogurt. You reckon? Because
The
we use vanilla
yes,
yogurt.
Yeah,
Okay.
that might be what it is.
All right,
Yeah.
so Gary, do you like to spray? Do you like to spray?
Sure.
All right, you spray the griddle really, really good before we heat
Okay.
it. And I think our recipe says to spray it really good before you heat it, okay? Because if we heat that and then spray it, oh, great. So Gary, we got to plug ourselves up here.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to heat the griddle to 375.
375, okay?
And we sprayed it with our cooking oil before heating.
That's exactly right. So we've got that. So we want to wait till our griddle is good and warm before you put on there. Again, this is something very easy. We have done our dry ingredients and then we did our wet ingredients, and I don't think we beat it too long. It looks very smooth, and your mixture should be smooth.
Right.
You know, like you said, you didn't want lumps in it, right?
And it says for each pancake, you make it about a quarter cup of batter from there. So I was going to ask you.
I got you, Gary.
Yes.
About a quarter of a cup. And you just said this recipe will make 2 pancakes. It's for a serving. It's going to make 14 total pancakes, but about a fourth of a cup.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Yes, it's going to be a fourth of a cup. And then we're going to
I think we're getting warm. We want it a little bit warmer before we put them on there.
Yeah, that's the thing about pancakes. I think you want a hot griddle.
You do. And even if you're doing it on the stovetop, you want to make sure, because a lot of people probably puts it in a skillet, right?
Right.
You know, and that's what I do at home. You know, if I'm cooking breakfast, I'll do my pancakes.
Yeah.
Don't want to stick our finger to it though, do we?
And the big thing I think that's difficult about pancakes, it'll be fun to watch you make,
Oh, okay.
is knowing when to flip.
That is the key. And sometimes I have not flipped quick enough or almost too much. Yesterday I was doing some pancakes at a program, and I had some gentlemen helping me. They were wanting to make, and they left them, the first group, first set of pancakes, they left them a little bit too long. So so then after they made the first ones, and sometimes that has happened to me too, after the second go around, you get them about right.
Right, right.
I think we're about, I think we're about there, don't we, Gary? We still,
Looking
excuse
good.
me. Okay.
Here.
This dank weather we're having is making us
Allergies.
allergies, I'm telling you. All right, Gary, we're going to try one.
Okay.
I think we're in pretty good shape there, Gary. It's about a fourth of a cup.
Right. Okay.
And you know, we keep talking, or I keep talking about pancakes for breakfast, but could this be something we could have for lunch or dinner?
Absolutely. Breakfast for dinner is always fun.
Oh, I know. I know.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Well, I think sometimes at my house, I have more time. You know,
Right.
in the morning, everybody's rushing out the door to go to work.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
Yes. So we are, for each pancake, we are doing about a quarter cup of batter, and we're putting it onto the hot griddle, and then we're going to cook the pancakes. It will take about a minute to two or so until it's bubbly on the top and puffed and dry around the edges.
And dry.
Yes.
There you go, Gary.
That's what it says. And then you're going to turn it over and cook on the other side for another 1 to 2 minutes.
That's exactly
until
right.
golden brown.
Okay, while these are cooking here for a few minutes, let's put our other,
A recipe together. I'll
our
swap
top.
with you
Okay,
again.
swap with me, Gary.
Okay.
All right, what does it say I need? Now, we got to watch our pancakes. We don't want them to burn.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, we need 1 6-ounce container of strawberry low-fat yogurt. Now this is the strawberry yogurt.
Yes, it is. And Gary, I gotta have a spoon.
Let's get another spoon.
Let's get another spoon.
Absolutely. While we keep an eye on these pancakes cooking up.
Sorry about that. But that's why, you know, I know if people out there are cooking, sometimes we just kindly forget. Exactly. But you see our pancakes, Gary? They're bubbling around. Yeah. Now, Gary said he likes to get that fruit on the bottom, right?
Well, there you go. Yeah, they're all mixed up.
Oh, I know.
Good. Yes. This will be a nice
different,
topping.
something
yes,
different. And if you notice our pancakes too, Gary, are they kind of getting
They're bubbling
puffer?
up. Yeah,
they're bubbling?
No, they're puffing.
They're puffing.
Right.
There you go.
I said puffy.
They're puffy. Now,
Puffed and dry around the edges.
And how much strawberries did you tell me I need?
Strawberries, we need 1 3/4 cups. 1 3/4.
1 3/4
of diced strawberries. So you already diced.
I diced them this morning. Yes. I come back from the grocery store. We got a cup, and you said 3/4.
Yes, 3/4.
I don't want our pancakes to burn here.
Nope. They're looking good.
Okay.
Do we have a flipper?
We have a flipper. Do you like to flip?
Only if it's ready to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Only if you tell me to.
Ready.
I don't want to be the one that has to make that decision.
Okay. All right. Gary, I'm going to just raise it. See, it's and some flippers are not as good as others. All right, Gary. What do you think?
Good job.
Now, see, it was ready to do that little flip, wasn't it?
You knew it was ready.
And I think this one was on next. I'm going to use 2, Gary, just because.
That's smart. If you got them, use them.
Yeah. And I don't, those last 2, we want them to make sure, but we don't want them burnt.
Right.
Either, but they're
looking good.
They can see, they're puffed up.
And they're golden.
They're golden brown.
Golden brown on the top there, so that's looking good. Look at you.
Well, I'm not a pro with this flipping pancakes now. We're going to let that one cook just a tad more. And while that's cooking, we're going to mix up our strawberry yogurt and our fresh strawberries. We put a cup and 3/4 of fresh strawberries. This is it's really a strawberry pancake, right?
Yeah. They're like strawberries.
Yes.
I'm allergic.
I hope you're not allergic.
Yeah. No, I like strawberries. If you mix strawberries and strawberry yogurt together in a small bowl, and then ultimately we're going to top each pancake, each serving, so 2 pancakes, with approximately 1/3 cup of fruit and yogurt mixture. So that'll be nice.
Yes, and we're going to scoop these right here, because these were the last 2 we put on. But you notice, Gary, that I think they look very nice, don't you?
Good job.
So this is our strawberry whole
grain strawberry pancakes.
Right.
With our strawberry yogurt topping, which will be nice.
No syrup.
Right.
No syrup. You know that syrup comes in, you can get it in some blueberry flavoring. Have you ever noticed that? Strawberry?
Yes.
You know, so
syrup,
I'm sure that there was probably some strawberry syrup out there too.
Right.
I'm going to do these a flip again, just to make sure that you notice that they are ready.
Yeah. Up in Maine, they grow a lot of blueberries.
So they probably have a lot of blueberry syrup.
Well, I was going to say, they have blueberry everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I've stayed at places where they have the blueberry pancakes with the blueberry syrup and all that.
Well, that would be fine with me, because I like blueberries. So
I like blueberries
I'd be in top.
It's a superfood.
Yes, it is.
Super fruit.
It's a super fruit, you know, and people don't realize. And let me say out there, ladies and gentlemen, if your children maybe do not like fruit, this may be a way that you can incorporate some fruit with them.
Tell them you're having pancakes.
Tell them you're having pancakes. I wonder what it would be like if we even added some strawberries. Do you think they might mesh up?
To the mixture?
To the mixture. It might.
Because we didn't do that, did we?
No, we didn't. We're doing the strawberries on the side.
Yeah. So these are really just whole grain pancakes with strawberry on top.
With strawberry on top. But We're going to call them our strawberry pancakes because that's what they said we were.
Right.
And then
look at that. We have 3 servings right there.
We have 3 servings right there. Gary, I'll turn that off, and we're going to top. We're going to take a plate, and we're going to. Yeah, you can sit that over there. Well, Gary, I need one of those to.
Oopsie.
Oh, that's okay. We sure don't want that one, Gary.
No, not that one.
No.
Yep.
I'm going to put these right up here. And then you said to take what, about a third of a cup?
Yes. Third
Okay.
cup of the fruit and yogurt mixture.
Okay. It looks about a third of a cup. You know, we can kind of eyeball things sometime, right?
Right. Yes. That looks good.
And there we go, Gary. We've got our strawberry, whole
Good
wheat
job.
strawberry pancakes.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep. Our whole grain strawberry pancakes made for you here at the Marion County Extension Office by Juanita Heron.
Yes.
Very good job.
Thank you. And I know that you're going to have the recipe too.
Right.
We have the recipes here. And again, I have to say, all of our recipes have to be sent from the University of Kentucky. They're all true and tried. You know, somebody's even tried this recipe before I ever get it.
Right.
And I really like it because of the nutritional facts.
Yep.
I can eat 2 of these pancakes for only 250 calories.
Yeah.
So
With the strawberries on top. Yeah,
that would be pretty good, don't you
right.
think?
Absolutely. And it's a healthy choices for everybody. It's the whole grain strawberry pancakes. You can get the
Yes.
recipe by contacting Channel 6 Television or coming to the Marion County Extension Office. I'd be happy to give you a recipe as well.
We sure would.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you, Gary.
All right, it's been
We've
very
done
good.
something different this morning.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Good job for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television.